Carlos? Carlos?
Just phoned them out, and I think the Bluetooth on my phone was on. It depleted the battery in what was it, a little over 2 hours.
So what are they gonna do?
Because I don't know the roads. I mean, I could take, if you said take, 495 across Island and I get 25. I could probably get
Have those alligator arms, you know?
No, I appreciate it, I appreciate it.
Trying to help my buddy out.
I got it figured out.
Oh, yeah.
They say I look like Tom Hanks.
Yes. Oh, that's it. It's a little more.
I don't want to work, I like working. I could never drop it.
Here's my back. Sorry, Lisa.
My client might get me sorry. So she had a scope, which release scope. It's liability. What county? And now she's getting home.
You have or you need? I have extra. Okay.
So they came around. That other one.
It's lively at least.
Doctors? Oh, good. So at like 50,000.
Two. Yeah, hearing 6 and hearing, and holdover 1.
6 and hold over 1. On my way out the door, I walked into a cobweb, and I'm like, I just can't stop doing this. I keep feeling like there must be something wrong. There's nothing wrong. No.
Exactly. You don't think I convinced those guys?
I think I'm just not cut out for country living, perhaps.
Good answer. Exactly.
I love that.
I know, isn't that great?
That's great, that really is good.
I love that picture.
Well, I think there's 15 up there.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You want a glass of public calendar, give it back?
Oh, yeah, I could. I'm Daniel.
No,
Hi.
everything
All right.
seems,
If I can see.
you should be getting a new board member.
Oh, for You going to,
Tom, you got a friend.
I might go to that.
I wouldn't want to talk to you either.
Story of my life. I sent him a check. I sent him the check, but I don't know if I can. I told him I don't. My club is sponsoring an old song, but I said I don't know if I can actually physically make it because I got to get to the concert. Yeah, but no, I went to his rather than Cinco de Mayo. I went to his. I think he had an opus.
oh, you did one?
Yeah, I went to that one. Yeah. He has one about I think.
Once a year?
Yeah.
Is it one once a year?
I think so. It's like, yeah, exactly. He has one about every 6 to 8 weeks. So that turning on the mic. Yeah, and that was the last one he had.
Mine's on.
Somebody's not running this.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody will come.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and proceedings used during our hearings. When your hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium, and if they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns raised by interested parties. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be given an opportunity to be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
We have 2 postponements. Hearing number 6, Appeal 24-73, Flora Escobar, and hearing holdover 1, Appeal 24-62, Anthony Strianese.
Anyone here for either one of those hearings? Let the record reflect that no one is here, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing 1, Appeal 23-709, Carl Curatola at 225 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa.
Off to a great start.
Let's see who.
We'll call the second hearing, and we'll give that one a second call.
Okay. Next is Alexandra Oliveira and Carlos Diaz. It's hearing, Appeal 24-76, Hearing 2. And it's at 44 Highwater Avenue, Massapequa.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. For the appellant, Tom Abate. I'm an attorney with offices at 88 Sunnyside Boulevard in Plainview. And tonight's appeal concerns a parcel just due south of Peninsula Golf Course in Massapequa. This is a fully conforming 10,000 square foot lot in our R110 zone, and it fronts on a canal number 8 to be specific. The idea here is to erect a new single-family dwelling for my clients. Carlos Diaz is here with me tonight. And to effectuate the plan, we need certain relief. Primary amongst it is lot coverage and GFA. At the outset, being located in this part of Massapequa and right on a canal, the water table, as you might imagine, is extraordinarily high, so we cannot have a basement. That engenders our practical difficulties and the reason we're appearing for you tonight. So those things that you would ordinarily find in a basement, our hot water heater, furnace, HVAC, now has to be on the first floor. And despite that, we only exceed our lot coverage by 2.7%. So I posit to you, Madam Chairman and members of the board, that that is de minimis. The same may be said as to our GFA. We're only over by 414 square feet, but that's largely caused because this plan incorporates a 2-car attached garage. And under our code, we count garages towards GFA. If we did not have the garage count, or if we excise that component, we would actually be under the maximum GFA for the lot. Notably, in considering this application, we do not need any setback relief. The house will meet all front, rear, and side yard setbacks. We don't even need a height variance. The one-dimensional relief we do need in terms of the setback is not for the house itself, but for the driveway. Irrespective of that, we're not abutting our neighbor. We still have 5 feet, so it provides us with separation, and it's an existing condition. We're merely using the same curb cut that the original house, which was on site, had for decades. To close out, I have 11 photographs on 3 pages. The first shows the lot itself, the second shows the abutting houses, and the third shows other houses which exist on high water, and cumulatively, they show that our proposal will not be out of character with the neighborhood. And that's probably the shortest case I've ever done.
Really?
We're a little disappointed.
I'm sorry about that. Any questions?
No. It's a lovely area. Lois? Okay. What's the style of the house?
It's a neo-traditional 2-story colonial.
Okay. All right. Anybody wishing to, any questions from the board members? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you all. Good night.
Next is Hearing 3, Appeal 24-88, Chad Asenmacher at 148 East Zoran Drive in Farmingdale.
Yes. Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We have before you a proposed project for a garage conversion, a second-story addition, and a front porch. We are looking, in this case, for variances for the side yard setback, the aggregate side yard setback, eaves and gutters, and the zero clearance for the driveway. I'd like to point out that this is a non-conforming property, mostly for the existing side yard aggregate, and the lot width. The lot width is 60, typically in R17, we want it to be 70, but we're a little short on that, just as a matter of fact. Being this is a garage conversion, I like to address the driveway setback first. Won't be a garage there anymore, and currently, without the garage, we only have one off-site parking spot that would currently fit in the existing driveway. So we are widening the driveway as best as we can in both directions using the existing curb cut to now have 2 cars fit in the front of the house. Although there is the issue of the current paving, the proposed paving going ahead up against the property line, the driveway is kind of wide enough still to maneuver and still open a door and not step on the next person's grass, all that jazz. As well, the adjacent house directly most affected by this, their driveway is also in the same location as ours on the opposite side of the property, so there's no interference. Essentially, there's nothing but grass right next to the house. Per the satellite image, it's a pretty common occurrence in that area of the neighborhood. As far as the garage conversion and the side yard setback and the side yard aggregate, the required side yard setback is 8 feet. The existing is 4.78. We are retaining that 4.78. There is no change. We are doing some repair work and some changes to the house as far as verticality is concerned, but there is no change to the physical footprint of the house. In the same vein, the required aggregate is 20 feet. The existing and the proposed is both 14.78. There is no change. If this property is a little wider, we may not have this problem, but it's a 60-foot wide lot. I'll take any questions you guys might have.
Are you intending to widen the driveway at all?
Yes.
Enough to fit 2 cars?
Correct.
Perfect, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Suffolk County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Lois, why don't you call that first one again, because some people
Oh,
came in.
okay. I'm going to recall hearing 1, Appeal 23-709, Carl Curatola, at 225 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa.
Nope.
Nope,
Okay.
that wasn't, okay.
Keep going.
Okay. Hearing 4, Appeal 24-98, Thomas Osgood at 40 North Sheridan Avenue, Bethpage.
I'll tell you during the proceedings.
Yes, ma'am.
Name and address, please.
Chris Gray, architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmont, New York, representing Thomas Osgood at 40 North Sheridan Avenue, Bethpage. Good evening. My client, the property is located in R1-6 zone, and they would like to construct a 1-story addition to the rear of their home, as well as a portico in the front. In doing so, the proposed addition in the back, we picked a nice reasonable number of 12 feet extending to the rear to the full width of the home. And this property is substandard at 5,000 square feet. And in doing so, the side yard is noted as being 4.74 feet where 5 feet is required. So basically to continue the building line to the rear without making the side yard any less than it currently is. In doing that also, the maximum permitted building coverage of 28%, we propose a building coverage of 31.03. A little small amount over. I normally don't like to go over things where we can control, but this addition is, I believe is a reasonable request. This home is a cape on a slab. They do not have a basement, and space is a little on the precious side. I'd like to hand in also some cards. And that is my case.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Suffolk County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision?
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 5, Appeal 24-71, Jose Vasquez, 38 Cornell Lane, Hicksville.
You still on the,
Hello again.
Hello.
Again, for the record, Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 Main Street, Oyster Bay. We have before you a property where we're looking to build a new second floor over the existing ranch, interior alterations, partially finished cellar, and a front porch. We're seeking variances for the front yard setback, side yard setback, the side yard aggregate, encroachment eaves and gutters, for obvious reasons, and the gross floor area. The front yard setback, the average on this area of the neighborhood is 29.83. This house already is pre-existing non-conforming in this regard, with the existing setback at 28.1. And the more, the bigger ask, I guess, in this particular case is the front porch being extended to a setback of 22.86. So we are asking for roughly 7 feet of relief for that front porch. Overall, it does give some character to the home. It's relatively in keeping with the neighborhood. Hopefully, it wouldn't be anything too crazy. The porch overall is between 5 3/4 feet to 7 3/4 feet deep due to the geometry of the first floor, so it really isn't anything crazy or particularly large. The side yard setback required is 8 feet. The existing is 6.2. It is also a non-conforming element of this existing property. The places where we're asking for further relief are for the fireplace enclosure at 4.36 feet, the egress well that has a setback of 2.47 feet, and the rear open stoop on the back of the house at 6.98 feet. Unfortunately, since the building wall is already set at a reduced setback, anything attached to it kind of follows suit. None of these things are technically a habitable element per se, and nothing is creating an issue for viewing or affecting any neighbors particularly. In fact, one's for safety. And although it does get a little bit of a pinch point situation on that side of the property, the opposite side of the property does have a 15.6 setback, so it still has easy access to the backyard if you had to still access it. Concerning the gross floor area, the required, the maximum, is 3275, while we're proposing 3502.94 square feet. It's an additional 227.94 square feet. Of that, 139.2 square feet is actually the open porch itself. So there's only 88.75 square feet of actual habitable square footage beyond the maximum being included in the home. Being this house is still rather on the small side, 2,288 square feet for first and second floor with about 1,082 square feet in the cellar, which only is half finished. The house isn't really any large or kind of McMansion-like in any sort of way. As far as the eaves and gutters, obviously, since we're very short on the setback to begin with, they're going to encroach. I'll take any questions.
Okay, you did a good job.
Thank you.
I just wanted to see the elevations.
Yeah. Just meet the roof pitch.
Yeah. I mean, the neighborhood is mixed between houses that have gone
Yeah.
up and houses that haven't. I just wanted to make sure it would kind of fit. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing number 7, Appeal 24-83, Nicole Severio at 20 Violet Avenue, Hicksville.
Yes, but 6 was, I think, postponed.
6 postponed.
How are you?
Also, to adjourn the proceedings.
I do.
And address, please.
It's Michael Orado, 245 Route 109, Suite D, West Babylon, New York, 11704. I have some green cards, I just got in.
Thank you.
All right, so we're here today. We have some multiple variances on here. The first one is for the second kitchen for the mother-daughter. So they're making this space, Mr. and Mrs. Silverio, for their mother-in-law to live with them. So we're doing that addition off the back of the house to create the kitchen area and just a proper living space for her. We submitted all the documentation, I believe, to the board. You guys have it, licenses and everything of everybody's. Okay. With regards to the next variance on here, For the proposed rear awning, not having the setback of required of 8 feet, it has a 5.7 square foot setback, so we're asking relief of 2.4 feet on this. So this is just a decorative awning, which is going off the back, just adding character to the home. It's not going to really have any effect on any of the neighbors, no negative effect on the property. It's just, again, it goes along with the encroachment here of the next eaves and gutters. This is brought up again about the awning again. It's just decorative. For the proposed front roofed over patio, rear roofed over patio, rear awning, first floor addition, exceeding maximum permitted building coverage of 25%. Coincides with the next one as well. Proposed roofed over patio, rear awning, first floor addition, second floor addition, exceeding maximum permitted gross floor area of 3310.10. We're proposing 3372.82. Like I said, they're pretty much trying to stay here with their family. They have 2 children, so they're doing some interior alterations to the home, adding additional square footage to the house to accommodate their mother-in-law living with them. And the total square footage that they're actually going over is really not that substantial. It's 62.72 square feet in the total grand scheme of things. With regards to our last variance here with the fencing, I have some pictures if you want to see how this fencing runs.
I would love to see that.
Just so you can see how the 6-foot ends on the front, where the front of the house, the property line is.
Thank you.
I'll wait for you to look at it. So the 6-foot ends at the front of the house, and then it staggers down 5 feet, 4 feet, and then the top of the fencing is see-through, so it's not 5 feet solid through the top. And then, again, the 4 feet, it's not solid all the way to the top. So you can still see as you're backing out of the driveway, if pedestrians are walking on the sidewalk, they can still see cars coming in and out. And the fence doesn't run all the way to the end of the property line, so there's really no, like, blind spots there for the fencing. So we don't really see it being a hazard to anyone. The changes they are making are going to allow their mother to be able to stay and live with them and give the rest of the family needed space to live comfortably. The variances that are being requested in this application are not substantial, won't have any negative impact on the neighborhood or have any negative environmental impact. None of the structures that are being added to the property are out of character to the neighborhood. There's a couple of houses in the area, 11 Violet as well as 18 Violet, that are recently built up, similar to the build that they're looking to do. And as far as we know, there have been no oppositions to this application. If you have any questions, I'll let you know.
Which, show us again? So the garage is going to be taken out in part of this conversion?
No, so the garage is still there, so there's an addition off the back of the garage, so they're squaring it off with the house. That's where the kitchen area and stuff's going to be. There's a little addition off the back. I don't know if you
It
can-
looks like right now, the proposed secondary bath looks to me where the garage currently is. No?
Yeah, the garage isn't there. So it says garage, but that's in the drawing. Hang on one second. No, that's where like you have your mechanical room and stuff, that's the kitchen. Sorry, yeah, that's where the garage is. And then they're squaring off the back. That's where the proposed secondary kitchen is. That's proposed, that bathroom.
And so cutting a little bit out of the garage space, so it's going to be shorter, right? Okay.
This was the garage.
Okay.
Converted a little bit.
And now the garage is on that side?
No, it's staying in the same spot.
And what's going on in the basement?
So how many off-street parking spaces are you providing?
There's 3.
There should be 3, okay.
And is there anything in the basement of the home?
I don't think
That's
that, no,
left.
there's nothing down there. I
That's good.
think this is
And
on a
it's-
slab anyway.
It's a lot of house, like looking at the elevations for the neighborhood, but we're not insensitive to the needs of families that have to have parents aging in place, so I understand. Okay, no basement, thank you.
Yeah, there's no basement in this house.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? They're
Any-
here, I don't know if you want to bring them up.
How many, just name the adult occupants in the house,
So there's gonna be,
over 18.
there's just 3 of them, right? How old are your kids? Yeah, so you wanna, their
I don't
name?
need, no, it's
So
just
it's
put the
Nicole.
names on the record of the adult occupants, please.
I don't know your mother's name, I'm sorry. Denise Ruggio. I'll spell it for you, give me 1 second. It's Ruggio,
Yes, correct.
okay? The husband's Rialdy, just make sure you spell it right. Silverio, and then Nicole Silverio. Those are the 3 adults.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, I probably should have just looked at it on the plans. How many bedrooms are going to be in the house now?
Total, give me 1 second.
Sorry.
Give me 1 second, I'll count them up for you. First floor is 1, 2, 3. There's 3, and then you have the, so it's 4 total.
Okay.
Oh, that's fine.
Yep, thank you.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Anybody in the audience want to speak on this? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
All right, thank you. Thanks so much.
I'm going to try calling that number 1 lab one last time, because some
Okay.
people came in again.
Again, we're gonna go back and see if this person has arrived. Hearing 1, Appeal 23-709, Carl Curatola at 225 Massachusetts Avenue, Massapequa.
You,
Okay.
We,
Right hand, sir. I'll tell you during proceedings.
Yes.
And your name and address, please.
Jackman Prescott, 303 Merrick Road, Lynbrook, New York, 5D Architecture and Engineering.
you're the architect?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to speak again. So we're coming back with a slight change because the cost to put on the second floor, it was cost prohibitive from the contracts that we were receiving and the client was receiving. So what we're requesting tonight is just to do that small portion of the rear addition on the right, and the second story is off.
They reduced it.
So it's the 4,764.
You granted them the 54.
Okay, okay. Thank you for coming in.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Let's close the hearing. Any correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Hearing number 8, Appeal 24-79, Michael Rosenstein at 28
I'm sorry.
Grumman's Lane, Plainview.
I'll tell you during proceedings.
I do. Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage.
Thank
Good
you.
evening. Madam Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen of the board. I'm representing the Rothsteins of 28 Groman's Lane. I just passed up the photos, consent letters for the board. The Rothsteins are seeking a variance to maintain a shed not having the required rear or side yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a 2.25-foot side yard setback and a 2.83-foot side rear yard setback. And for proposed deck exceeding the lot coverage, proposing 25.22% or 25% the max. and to maintain a driveway not having the required side yard setback. In regard to the driveway, the homeowners have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor at 30 Groman's Lane, the two abutting neighbors, and the neighbors directly across the street, and many other homes have widened driveways. This driveway is not out of character with this neighborhood. The lot coverage is over less than 1%. The deck would be open and not enclosed. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition, always well-maintained, and there's never been any violations or complaints from the town on this property.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Stafford County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 9, Appeal 24-85, Vincent Ewing at 27 Minetto Drive, Plainview.
Hello, good evening.
No. No.
Oh, no.
No, no. No. Down there.
Okay.
He's just speaking amongst himself, I'm just
Okay.
here for assistance. of his expert.
Okay.
Yep, swear yourself in.
Oh, hi.
Raise your right hand, promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Right, yeah.
Yes?
Yes,
And
yeah.
your name and address, please.
Vincent Ewing, 27 Monetto Drive, Plainview, 11803.
Very good. And does she have something she wants
Yeah.
the board to see? I'll take it from you, okay?
Thank you so much.
That's okay. That's okay. Then you don't finish mine.
Right, we applied the variance to extend our current driveway to
Can you speak into the microphone? I can't.
Oh, right. We apply for the variance to extend our current driveway to a two-car driveway. And, okay. So first of all, our driveway, if extended as proposed, will not be out of the characteristic of the neighborhood. And here we have the list of all the people have a two-car driveway or wider on the Manetto Drive. And there are many more in the neighborhood area. Our driveway, if extended as proposed, will be like our neighbor's driveway to the property line. And our driveway, if extended as proposed, had the Belgian block that prevent water, like rainfall, from going to the adjoining property. Right now, we only have, our current driveway can only park one car, and there's no garage and no additional parking space. Our garage was converted to the family room in 1982, so therefore we need additional parking space. Also, you see, we have the only 3-year-old baby. We need other people come here to help us take care of the baby because we both have to go to work. So mother-in-law, father-in-law may come here, so they also need additional parking space. Okay, also two-car driveway can help move our car off the street, make it easier for the town sanitation crew. And also you can tell from the picture, our driveway is in the unique position. People like to make a U-turn in our driveway because our driveway is right opposite to another driveway. So people have enough space, they like to make a U-turn all the time. So if I park on the street, it's not going to be safe to park on the street. And also, we did our homework before we start the project. We went to the zoning department to find out the rule, and this was said, there's a 8 feet minimum, but it's excluding the driveway. It's on this sheet. We got this from the zoning department. It said excluding driveway. And also, for the unique characteristic of our property, it's a steep sloped front yard, okay, and the gas line is on the east side, so there's no other alternative. So we have to expand our driveway to the other direction. Also, you can tell from the picture, the trees and roots right next to our driveway, and the driveway is higher than the front lawn of the adjacent parcel. Also, this, by extending our driveway, will not negatively affect the overall neighborhood character. It will increase the property value of the neighborhood, also upgrade the street condition, improve our driveway, if constructed as proposed, will be like our neighbor's driveway, just like everybody else. We're not going to do something like different from other people, and we don't asking anything more, okay, because you can tell there's how many people, they have two-car driveway only on Manetto Drive. Okay, and also we know there's our property is not new in construction, and two-car driveway is very common in our neighborhood. And the driveway variance for 24 Manetto Drive, Plainview, has been granted. So there's a precedent and a comparable case, so you can compare the 24 with granted.
Yep.
Any additional? Okay.
I think you covered it all. You did a very good job.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much. Yes, thank you.
And your little girl is adorable.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
We got people here.
Okay, so have a seat. Some people want to speak, and then we'll call you back up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, can you, yes, I do. Irina Pushkarich, 29 Minetto Drive.
Iris Pushkarich, 29 Minetto Drive, Plainview.
I too have some photos I'd like to submit to the town. I didn't get a chance to do that initially, if I may.
Sure.
I don't have copies for everyone. So when you get a moment, if you can just review them, that would be great. So we are the abutting property next to 27. Our property abuts their driveway. We have been at 29 Minetto Drive for 30 years. We don't have any issues. This is our first variance hearing, so this is my first time at a variance hearing. We don't agree with our neighbor coming to our property with his driveway. I know he's indicated and stated that the other driveways on the block are within character, so are the other properties. So our property, or our house, when it was built, the neighbor that's next to us on 31, on the west side, their driveway was previously constructed prior to the town of Oyster Bay having the side setback ordinance codes. So we are already blocked in on one side. I don't want to be, or we don't want to be blocked on the other side either. It creates a liability, abutting, exiting, and entering or exiting a car onto our property. Our neighbor last year, I know that they moved maybe about 2 years ago into the house. When I found out that they were going to be doing or constructing, expanding their driveway, I had spoken to him on numerous occasions, and I've asked if he could please himself call the town and find out what he can and cannot do. And unfortunately, about a month, this was in July of '23, about a month later, his contractor came to the property, excavated the entire driveway, and just started building. So I had contacted the town, asked for someone to please step in. I don't want someone's driveway onto our property. For the various reasons, we also have 2 bedrooms on that side. So if we have our window open, I don't want to look outside the window and see a car. I already have that situation at 31 before any of the ordinance codes per the town were set. So I asked the board, if anything, to please reject the variance. There's other concerns as well.
I just want to say something from what...
Were you sworn in as
Yes.
well? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, from what I've seen, I'm not sure with who's coming to watch the baby, because from what we see, there's only the 3 of them, so the whole aunts, uncles, everybody coming is absolutely not something that we see. There's parking on the street, clearly, nothing's being blocked, and that's all I have to say.
Okay, so there are no other driveways in your neighborhood that go up to the property line?
They are, but they're also the ones that were older prior to the ordinance codes being instituted. So when we moved in, the neighbor on the 31 Minetto, his driveway is to our property line. We have a window there too, and when I open it, I see the car. It's right in our face. It lacks privacy. It lacks some, just having some additional privacy than having someone's car in your face, technically speaking. And at the end, like, our property is going to be boxed in, so we're going to be boxed in on one side and then also on the other side. There is ample enough parking. I provided photos during construction, after construction. That block is always empty. So as far as U-turning, 30 years that we've been there, don't have an issue. We have a single-car driveway ourselves, and we don't have those issues. The other thing I want to mention, which is the most important thing, is that recently, we've had a dispute in regards to the property line itself. When our neighbor
We can't get involved in that.
No, I have a survey done. My property has been staked. I will be filing this with the town, because when my neighbor personally stakes the property themselves and takes a foot of my property, I have an issue with that.
That's a civil matter between you and your neighbor, though. It's nothing that we can solve.
I understand. I'm just letting, I want to go on record for that.
Okay.
And I just wanted to ask the town, as far as the ordinance codes, is it 8 feet in our zone, or is it 3 feet if you're constructing or the side yard setback? Because I've got mixed messages. Yes, it's 8. Okay, so they had a prior driveway there. I think the town allowed them to put it back to where it was, and now they're just looking to put it further to the property line.
Okay. Thank you. Your comments are on the record.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Would you like to come back up, sir? Come on back up.
Hi.
So your neighbors obviously are not
Right.
happy with this. Is there any other way you can configure the driveway to perhaps give them a little more space on their side?
The other side is the gas line?
They have all their services are running just adjacent to the driveway. So we extended it 1 foot to the left, and we're proposing to extend it several feet to the right. I apologize. Chris Stasi, I'm the contractor, also known as the expediter, handling all the permits.
Could you just give her your address too, please?
Address is 303 Winding Road, Old Bethpage, 11804. Again, they claim that they only have a single-car driveway. That is not the case. They actually have a tight 2-car driveway, okay? And again, all the driveways, for the most part, are staggered, okay? The driveway's not running parallel to their driveway. Not only there's their driveway going to the property line, they have a 2.5-foot concrete masonry wall. So for them to be contesting their project, where their property's not being encroached, it's not creating any water disbursement on their property, okay? They're about 2.5 feet above top of grade from the crown of the street. Water's not an issue, not encroaching the property. The way the staircase is set up, there's no way, unless they file for maybe a circular driveway, which would take away further more parking. And just the way the house is laid out and the elevations, it'd be very tough to do so without possibly coming across utilities. Sewer line was just clear. The gas line there is not 3 feet, is not code, okay? It's only about 16 inches from grade, and again, they're 2.5 feet. So they would have to change their gas service to even go left and change the whole infrastructure of their front staircase, which is a huge, those two items are a huge, huge undertaking and cost for a simple 2-car driveway. They got a list here of people that are immediate neighbors within 100 feet that did not contest this driveway, this project. And I really don't see, like, again, it's not out of character by any means. It doesn't matter how many people live in this dwelling or choose to come to this dwelling, whether they entertain or don't entertain.
Right.
That's their business. It's irrelevant.
Correct.
They're applying for a 2-car driveway. We all know about the thefts and the break-ins. They want their car safe off the street on their property and easy to get in and out of the house with their child. This should be a really simple situation. But
Okay.
we have tried other options. They're not realistic, both structurally and financially.
We understand. It's complicated, at least from my perspective, because when you choose to buy a house that has a garage conversion without a garage, you know you're going into it, I mean, again, respectfully, you know you're going into it that you bought the house with the one car and you bought it that way. And so whether it's in character with the neighborhood or not, and I'm from Plainview, I totally understand, there are a lot of houses that have done this, but it's not just about character of the neighborhood, it's about impact on the people that live on either side. So we have to really weigh what the lady said, weigh your application, we're gonna have to really think about
Well,
it.
she's claiming to look out her window. So if she looks out the window, she's gonna see a car, right? And whether the car is parked here or 6 feet over, you can see the car. Let's be real.
Well,
okay? I grew up on a 40 by 100. I now live in a 60 by 100, okay? You got two choices, like, that's the neighborhood. That's how it is.
My point is only that
Everyone's 60 by
it's
100.
never a simple decision.
Understood.
It's always something we have to consider both sides. That's our job.
Understood. But it's not gonna affect the quality of life. And it's
Understood.
not gonna affect their property and integrity in any sort of way. Drainage is not an option, not an issue, I apologize. So therefore, I see no reason to contest this proposed project by any means. It's not affecting, again, the betterment of the environment or affecting their quality of life by any means.
okay. Anybody else have any comments from the board? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night, thank
Good
you.
night. Next is hearing number 10, Appeal 24-91, Perry Katz at 29 Myron Road, Plainview.
Got my printout. Hi, how are you? Yes, I do. Christina Bravin, Morano Expediting, 2938 Hempstead Turnpike, Levittown, New York, agent for the applicant. Okay, good evening. We're requesting permission to construct a 225-square-foot, one-story addition holding a side yard setback of 6.54 feet instead of the required 8 feet. This is an irregular shaped lot, and the easterly lot line angles inward the further you descend into the rear yard. Although the proposed addition is set back 6.54 feet, it's keeping in line with the current foundation, so it's not going any closer. Property is heavily vegetated around all sides, so it'll completely screen the addition from all neighboring parcels. It's currently a small eat-in kitchen space, and so the proposal is to allow for a designated kitchen area, which will be moved to the back of the home, and then it'll have a separate designated dining area. And so like an open concept. So the proposal is only 19% relaxation from the code. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 11, Appeal 24-86, Stuart Aronowitz at 34 Friendly Lane, Jericho.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Have some photos for the board. Mr. and Mrs. Aronowitz are seeking a variance to maintain a driveway having less than the required side yard setback and an air conditioning unit encroaching into the side yard setback. In regard to the air conditioning unit, it's maintaining a 5-foot side yard setback from the house where 4 feet's the maximum. However, it's maintaining a 10-foot side yard setback from the property line where air conditioners can be 3 feet from the property line. It's also screened by shrubbery, as the photos show. The driveway is maintaining a 2-foot side yard setback. Both abutting neighbors have widened driveways, and the neighbors directly across the street have widened driveways. And many of the other homes on this block have widened driveways. This driveway is not out of character with this area of Jericho. As the photos show, the property is in excellent condition and has always been well maintained. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property. The Arrowitz are currently in contract and are due to close shortly.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, Chair, on hearing number 9, the applicant forgot to submit the consent letters that they got from the neighbors. They
You-
would just like to make that. part of
Yes,
the
you can
record.
submit
Thank you
them.
very much.
There's also a photo
That's
of
for
29 Minetto Drive.
Okay, great. We'll make that part of the record.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night. Take care.
Good night, thank you.
Hearing number 12, Appeal 24-117, Abraham Finkler at 300 Jackson Avenue, Syosset.
Good evening, Chairperson Byrne, appearing for the applicant, Howard Avertine, 2116 Merrick Avenue, Merrick. Good to see everyone this evening. I have some photos that I'd like to hand up, as well as the green cards. They're sets for each of the members of the board. This is the application of Abraham Finkler for variances required in order to maintain a single-family dwelling. The premises under application is located on the westerly side of Jackson Avenue, 100.04 feet south of Dorcas, that's D-O-R-C-A-S Avenue in Syosset. It has a street address of 300 Jackson Avenue. It is also known as Section 15, Block 27, Lot 26 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. The property is maybe 2/10 of a mile north of Jericho Turnpike on the westerly side. The property has dimensions of 50.02 feet in width and 171.35 feet in depth, and a total lot area of 8,532 square feet. It is developed with a single-family dwelling and accessory structures. By this application, the applicant seeks all the necessary approvals required in order to maintain the home in its current configuration. Variance is required. First is lot coverage, 25%. The coverage is 25.65%, which is obviously of de minimis amount. We also require, we exceed the permitted gross floor area of 3,429.83 square feet. The existing gross floor area is 4,936.06 square feet. The dwelling does not maintain the minimum required average front yard setback of 37.2 feet. The existing front yard setback is 31.4 feet, but you'll notice from the photos that it does match pretty much match the homes on either side, and matches the setback of the house that previously existed on the property. The next variance is required side yard setback of 8 feet. We have 4.1 feet to the north and 4.3 feet to the south. Again, similar setbacks to what existed with the previous home that was on the property. The next variance required is aggregate side yards, 20 feet required, 8.4 feet provided. As I mentioned, it complies with what previously existed. We also require an encroachment of eaves and gutters. We also require a side yard setback variance for the egress well. That's a setback of 1 feet. That's required. It was required by the building department that we install an egress well because there's no other access to the basement area. The final variance. The next variance is the existing driveway does not have the minimum required setback of 8 feet. We provide 1.5 feet on the south and 4 feet on the north. If you look at the photos, what they've done is to create a parking court, actually, for the property, and that enables maneuverability. As everyone knows, Jackson Avenue can be a challenge, especially backing out from parking spaces. This provides maneuverability so that a car can go out forward rather than backing out. And lastly, the parking within the required front yard setback requires approval from this board. So this home, there was a situation here during COVID, and the home was built, and now we're coming to legalize it post-construction. You can see from the photos, the house is immaculately maintained. The whole property is very, very well maintained. And there's no issues with any neighbors, at least not that we're aware of. The applicant did consult with them and had, everyone indicated verbally to him that there were no issues. I have the project architect here if the board has specific questions. Otherwise, that is my presentation.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
Right here, right here.
Come on up.
You want to hear somebody without PTSD and a TBI first or second?
I want you both to be sworn in and speak one at a time.
Raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address.
Glenn Monroe, 8 Edward Avenue, Syosset.
Thank you.
Everybody's here to get variances and everything else for their properties, correct? Well, how does this house get built without the proper variances and everything else?
I
Can
believe-
anybody answer the question? I'm just
I'm gonna
curious.
answer it.
Go ahead.
I know that you're upset, I can tell. Mr. Avertine said during his presentation that during COVID.
During
when-
COVID, excuse me, there were several
And I
code
think- let me
enforcement
fi-
officers there
You're gonna let
trying
me
to stop
finish.
this house from being built.
I will get the officers to come in.
Go ahead,
Chairwoman, speak.
go ahead. Go ahead.
That was his answer, and I can tell you from experience that this board has cleaned up a lot of messes, that people during COVID who had nothing to do were calling Home Depot, who was still making deliveries, and people were building things. They had nothing better to do. I'm not saying I approve of it, but it happened. And apparently it's happened here, so I'll hear you out.
There's a lawsuit from 2022. There was no COVID back then.
April 4th.
April 4th.
There's a lawsuit.
There's a lawsuit pending against, the town of Oyster Bay is pending against that house,
Okay.
okay? But I mean, honestly, I thought this thing was all finished. You know, it was built, it was done, the town of Oyster Bay approved everything, and then 1 month ago, I get this in the mail. I don't understand how this house was structured. I need a variance on the north, south, east, and west of the entire house, and it protrudes past the other homes, bigger than the back of the other houses. It's like a gray box sitting there.
Okay, so you're,
I'm disappointed that this board didn't, or the town of inspectors that is a main thoroughfare going through Oyster Bay, the south, didn't see any permits on the windows and stopped this job.
The town
Or
of
get a
Oyster
court
Bay-
order to stop this.
They tried.
inspectors do go out when they receive a complaint, but there's not enough inspectors to cover every street, you're
No,
gonna
wait a
speak in a
second, wait,
minute, to cover every street in this town and to watch what people are doing. We act on complaints.
I'm in Syosset for 27 years.
And this did go to court. He is in court, there is a code enforcement case
Okay.
against it.
Okay.
The only way he can get out of court
Okay,
is to legalize it, which is what he's trying to do tonight.
I understand, that's why we're standing here. You know, I've been here 27 years. Kachi Restaurant that we also spoke about years ago, nothing was done.
Okay, well, we're here tonight to talk
I
about
understand
this.
that, but I don't, you know, it's out of hand. You know,
You live in close proximity to this home? And you're,
if I have my backyard, it's right there.
okay.
The structure sits to the right of me, doesn't even butt up against my property. I'm 175 feet deep, all 3 or 4 houses do, and the big structure sits there.
And this is the largest home of them all?
Oh, what, are you kidding me? Had 2 beautiful trees in the back. As soon as the structure was done, they were taken down. All right, thank you for your time.
Okay.
Tell the truth during these proceedings? You promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
The attorney didn't.
Sir,
I apologize. I'm very disturbed right now.
your name and address, please.
Kevin Holian,
Thank you.
HOLIAN, 5 Dorcas Avenue,
Thank you.
Syosset.
Great, step over to the podium.
Good evening, esteemed chairwoman, members of the zoning. I've lived at 5 Dorcas Avenue, raising a family since 1983. so I've seen a lot. Nicholas Domingo is probably one of the finest public servants that the town of Oyster Bay has as a code inspector. Mr. Domingo went during the construction of this monstrosity of Abraham Finkler several times. On one occasion, I think there was a female inspector that came, and I think she got scared enough that she had to call for police, second precinct backup. Because I recall being in my backyard when patrol officers ran through that backyard and a very scared code enforcement female. The two women that talked earlier talked about privacy. There are cameras, little black cameras, on each part of the building, aiming into my backyard, my neighbor's backyard at 3 Dorcas, who have 2 little boys. 2 little boys. Cameras coming right into their backyard and one of their bedroom windows. When it was being constructed, Mr. Finkler told my wife and myself, and this is the truth, ma'am, that he was building this home for his brother and his nephew. No. No. There's several families that I'm aware of residing at 300 Jackson Avenue. Several. The reason why I know that or assume it is because there's several men, several women, and several children at different ages in the backyard going to the school bus stop on Dorcas Avenue as opposed to Jackson Avenue. My concern as a taxpayer and a resident of the area is I had no problem with what I thought was going to be the original permit request of just building an addition onto the previous Cape Cod home. I did not expect a stone building being constructed, a parking lot in front of the building, no grass, no nothing, dumping out onto Jackson Avenue, with a big symbol of a cult-type liberty symbol that you would consider similar to the Proud Boys or the Oath Takers.
I don't know what, I can't see by the picture.
I have no judgment on that, Chairwoman.
I can't, I'm not judging, sir, I'm here to listen, but I see what you're talking about, I don't know what that is. I mean, it's decorative, or whether it's sending a message, I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not against the code to have it.
No,
You know, but-
I understand that. I'm just, it's not owner-occupied, it's not single-family from our view. It's multi-dwelling, owner vacant. There's privacy issues, there's egress issues, there's, if I was a volunteer firefighter, I would not want to fight a fire at that location. Because if the residents are in there, the children will die, from my assumption. My whole family were either cops or firemen. My dad was a FDNY, and he saw it before he passed away, and he said the same thing. You can't fight a fire with such narrow spaces on either side. You can run the lines, but you can't fight a fire up, on the second story. It's a deep concern, Chairwoman, Mrs. Byrne. And I honestly open to you, I was in violation myself a year or two ago. I went through the process with Permits R Us, Mr. Garcia, to ensure that my wife, my family were compliant with the town of Oyster Bay codes regarding a sunroom. I spent my entire adult life, 39 years, 8 months, working in public service. I understand the need to follow the rules. This homeowner, Mr. Finkler, is not following the rules. And I think it's a dishonor to men and women like Nicholas Domingo, who works for this town, to be looked upon and disregarded and disrespected for doing his job of enforcing the ordinances and codes of our town. And I apologize if I came off too hard.
No, that's
Ms.
okay, and
Byrne.
I just want to put on the record, I happen to know Mr. Domingo, and the fact that Mr. Abertine is here tonight is because Mr. Domingo did his job. Thank you for coming.
And again, I deeply apologize if I offended anybody on the board.
I appreciate it. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much.
Just to address a few of the points. There was a Supreme Court litigation, there was a code enforcement matter. We are here tonight as part of a resolution of those matters, both in the Supreme Court and in the District Court. Meant the security cameras, as this board is aware, homeowners have security cameras in the 21st century. In 2024, security cameras are required. To my knowledge, they do not, they're not on other people's property, they're on the subject property. And to my knowledge also, I am not an expert on it, I don't think it's legal to have your cameras on property other than your own when you put them up. But that's, I just wanted to make that part clear. As far as the privacy issue is concerned, I would note that the characterizations of the, the size of the home, there's a 77.66 foot rear yard on this property. And yes, during the process, there might have been trees taken down, but homeowner has the right to take down trees. So the issues regarding, as I indicated, the construction process did take place during COVID. There was clearly an issue. There was an issue with code enforcement. There was a Supreme Court lawsuit. But we've been working very diligently with the town to resolve all of the issues so that everything can be put in proper order, including legalizing the home. And that's why we're here tonight as part of that process. So as I said, I can answer any additional questions the board may have, and the architect is here as well.
I have none. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 13, Appeal 24-102, Philip Veith at 16 Meadow Lane, Glen Head.
Hi, good evening again. Christina Bravin, Morano Expediting, for the record.
That would be great, I think.
Okay, we'll get everything
Yeah,
done for the work.
I thought so too, yes.
That's okay.
You're still under oath.
I am, yes, thank you. Requesting permission this evening to increase building coverage from 15% to 16.88% in connection with a proposed rear sunroom addition and a multi-level deck. The proposed sunroom will be flush with the first floor of the home. The grade or slope of the lot actually varies. In the rear of the home, it's 4.83 feet above grade, whereas in the front, it's on grade, the first floor. So this creates the need for the proposed decking. They don't currently have an outdoor area for dining or entertaining, and the barbecue is currently on a very narrow stairwell landing just outside the sliding door. So ideally, they would like to put the barbecue and a table and just all together on one level on the deck. The property is adequately screened along the boundary lines, and they are currently over 395 square feet, creating a 12% relaxation, which we feel is modest request. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
It is a modest request.
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions? No. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too, thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 14, Appeal 24-131, 34 Audrey O.B. LLC at 34 Audrey Avenue, Oyster Bay.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. My name is Anthony Lamarca, representing the applicant, 1045 Oyster Bay Road, East Norwich, New York, 11732. This application concerns the Stellina Bakery, which is about exactly, I think, three doors to the east of where we now are. And it involves outdoor seating for the eating establishment that is located there. The hearing that we just had a few moments ago brings to mind the old expression that we're all familiar with: every cloud has a silver lining. And the recent history is that approximately 4 years ago, we had this pandemic breakout, and turned out to be a worldwide tragedy. We still have some lingering effects from it, and probably will continue to have those effects for quite a while. So from that cloud, what kind of a silver lining could we possibly have? Well, we've all been enjoying al fresco dining, and that's the essence of this application. We seek to add one more establishment to the enjoyment of that experience. The outdoor seating will be located at the rear of the building, adjacent to the municipal parking lot, which this building stands on. And I might add, all of that outdoor seating will be on private property. As you're aware, many of the establishments that provide for the outdoor seating encroach upon the sidewalks and public property, such as Two Spring across the street, Wild Honey up on the corner. This does not involve any encroachment onto public property. It's all on private property. The town administration has extended the right to have the sidewalk outdoor seating, I think at least twice. And the reason for it is apparently everybody wants it, everybody likes it. So I don't think I can say much more about it. I'll answer any questions that you have.
Well, it's not taking up any off-street parking, and it's seasonal,
Right.
correct? They're not
Right.
planning on covering it or?
No.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will
Thank
be
you for your
forwarded to you by
attention.
our office. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, we'll do the one.
We're gonna get to the water, New York American Water last, because there are people here that want to speak on it, so we're gonna just hear a holdover first. Call it.
Holdover 2, Appeal 23-665, Catherine Danielowicz at 104 Fairwater Avenue, Massapequa.
I do.
And your name and address.
Michael Masoni, Masoni Masonry, 182A East Shore Drive, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Thank you.
I am here tonight representing Miss Catherine Danielowicz, located 104 Fairwater Avenue in Massapequa. Our variance requests for this evening are for a 5-foot setback rear yard swimming pool, a 5-foot setback right side swimming pool, and a 5-foot setback of swimming pool filter equipment. As everybody knows, that portion of Massapequa, Nassau Shores, is a 10-foot setback, and being that we're located on a 40-foot property, the 10-foot really doesn't give me much to play with in that respect.
All right. No place else to put it.
Not this time.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be voted to you by your office.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
You too,
Thank you,
thank you.
too. Next is Appeal 24-122, hearing number 15, New York American Water, located at 6 Drummond Place, Glen Head, New York.
Coming after an Italian bakery, I don't know if that's good or bad. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. My name is David Bronston. I'm an attorney with Phillips Lytle, 620 8th Avenue, New York, New York, 10018. We represent the applicant. I am joined by the people responsible for many of the exhibits in our application. Victoria Brennan, site acquisition specialist from Centerline Communications, Daniel Panesso, a radio frequency engineer from Frequens, and Brandon Streb and Peter Leonardi from WFC Architects, the A&E firm who prepared our drawings. This team turnout is really meant to show that we have the subject matter experts to address any and all questions and concerns of you, this board, and the public for this variance request. You know the background of this site, where a building permit was issued and a stop work order was issued due to the need for a front yard variance that was not caught by the wireless consultant who approved the building permit. So let me start with an acknowledgement that the installation with the vent looking directly into the neighbor's home needed to be reworked. Accordingly, we did the reasonable thing and went back to the drawing board and consulted with Mr. Graziosi. At some significant cost, we reconfigured the ground equipment so there's no need for a vent directed towards his home. We lowered the height of the cabinet by 34%, over 3 feet, to just above the height of the 6-foot fence. And we will place vegetation along the side yard and within our lease area to screen the equipment from view as a buffer. We think that is a reasonable outcome for all. Let me emphasize, we don't view this as a Band-Aid, but as a real concession made in good faith. As we said in our application, we took every feasible measure to address Mr. Graziosi's concerns. As far as complaints raised from other neighbors about further disturbances, we will only need a couple of weeks to swap out the ground equipment, and then there's no more construction work, and the rest is low-intensity visits by AT&T maintenance folks for our installation. However, we do need to explain for the record that we cannot move the equipment. We can't reduce it further, and therefore we do require a front yard variance. We have no alternative for the following reasons. First, we are in the area that is covered by our lease with Liberty, the water utility. Second, Liberty's primary mission at this site is safe water, and consequently they have restricted the telecommunications equipment to this northern side of the property. They will not let us go elsewhere on the property. You see in their letter on the record in our application, valves, vaults, drainage pipes along the west, south, and east perimeters of the tower prohibit our equipment installations. We do not want to and cannot interfere with Liberty's facility or operations. This layout of Liberty's was the subject of ZBA review in 2017, and their land use plan constricted us for water safety purposes to put the telecom equipment space into this area on the north line of the property. Note the tower moved off-center, further south, and a separate entrance was added to the north side for access for the wireless providers. Finally, the town code impels us to co-locate our antennas on existing structures and not to build new towers. This site meets the highest priority for wireless facility siting under Section 242-6 of the town's wireless zoning code. To have to find another site to fill our service gap would require finding a new site for a monopole. As Vicki Brennan explained in her affidavit in our application, there are no rooftops or other facilities in this service gap search ring to co-locate on. For this area and its service gap, not granting a variance would effectively prohibit AT&T's service in this area, which would impinge on public safety, public convenience, and the public's wireless needs. As you know, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, that is a problem under the Telecom Act, which is not meant to preclude zoning review, but to weigh the benefit to the public of contiguous and consistent wireless service. So, and even though they don't strictly apply to public utilities like AT&T, I'd like to address the variance factors under the code and state law. First, we would posit that there is no change to the character of the neighborhood. The site is zoned light industrial, and the site is, after all, a site for a large water tank that dwarfs anything we've installed. It has been a combined co-located water tank and telecom facility for almost 30 years. Second factor, as we've mentioned, we have no feasible alternative. I think you said it, Madam Chairwoman, no place else to put it is exactly right. This is less intrusive than having to build a new tower. Liberty won't let us go elsewhere. The town code doesn't want us to go elsewhere without building another pole, which would be superfluous to the water tower. And another pole would certainly be more intrusive to the neighborhood than a 6-foot cabinet in a site with other significant utility infrastructures. Third factor, we would argue there's no substantial adverse impact. Again, we're talking about a 6-foot equipment cabinet hidden by some foliage next to an almost 130-foot water tank. Any impact of our equipment is de minimis in relation to the site's permanent use. This impact is not substantial in the context of the existing site. Finally, this is not self-created. For all the reasons mentioned, without the variance, there's no place on the site we could go without being in the water tank's service and operations footprint. To close, these factors are not determinative in any case because we are considered a public utility with lesser zoning standards applied. Under New York State law, and again, I'd be remiss if I didn't cite it, wireless customers' needs are to be considered, and where the intrusion or burden on the community is minimal, the showing required by the utility shall be correspondingly reduced. A 6-foot buffered cabinet in a light industrial zone with a 130-foot previously approved water tank is a minimal impact. Thank you for your consideration of our request for front yard variance. Our team is happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions?
I think my only question is that you referred to the cabinet being screened, and we've seen some photos of what's in the back now, which does not look like it's screened from the immediately adjacent neighbor. Can you speak a little bit to that?
I hope I pronounced it right. I checked with my wife before I came. We're going to plant some arborvitae in front of the cabinet. There is none now, and that was one of our attempts to improve the
And they would be
the
6
installation.
feet tall at least?
Good question. Anyone know the answer to that? Yes. Please. This is Neil, the one person I didn't.
Sorry. No, architect. Absolutely.
During the proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Neil McDonald, WFC Architects, 12-1 Technology Drive, Setauket, New York.
Thank you.
3 arborvitaes will be placed between the equipment and the fenced enclosure around the property. That enclosure, by the way, is also has slats in it, privacy slats. And to answer your question, those are 6 foot high at planting, so over time they'll grow above.
6 foot high from the ground up, not from the root ball up?
Correct, yep.
Okay.
Good catch.
Thank you.
Yep.
We know our trees.
I am. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments from the board? So anybody in the audience wishing to be heard on this application, please come on up, be sworn in. You can all be sworn in at once if you like, and then speak one at a time.
Hello, everyone. Robert Grazios.
Tell the truth during the proceedings?
I did.
Now your name and address, please.
Robert Grazios, 8 Dumont Place, Glen Head, New York, 11545. We've already met on this before, and not that I want to call out somebody a liar, but everything that he's saying about no other... We already met on this, and I'm not calling someone a liar, but there are multiple places on the property. You guys have seen the photos that I gave. I have them again. If they put what they're talking about, it's still right outside of... This is not blown up. This is outside of my dining room window. That's their unit, so when I eat, this is what I look at. They're putting this, still going to be above here, and now just putting 3 trees Like, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Town of Oyster Bay, I'm in touch with Tim Zeig. Town of Oyster Bay knows as well as I do, there was a bunch of property approved for building all around the vicinity of my property. To the right of the water tower, behind me, nobody wants this thing on there encroached on the new houses that are going behind me. So let's just put it in my dining room window. Town of Oyster Bay never came there for an inspection, for a footing, for anything, and when we finally got it, the unit wasn't there. We tried to get a work stop. Tim Zeig himself had to go there with code enforcement to stop these men, because they would not stop no matter what anyone said. They told them to stop working, they just kept going through to hurry up and get this in, so they figured they just would get it over with. I don't want it there. I'm a neighbor, I'm gonna live there the rest of my life, and I'm gonna look at 3 trees just in the middle of nowhere now, just to hide something that's still above the line. This year, the property is tremendous. As you guys know, I do plumbing and heating my whole life. Underground work is a massive part of mine. What he's saying about pipes being in the way, there's 2 pipes coming off the property that go directly to the street. 2 of them on a 100 by 100 or bigger, 200 by 200 piece of property. They have the whole back line of the property. They could have put this. Instead, they put it right outside my window. And I don't want it there, and they can come up with any excuse they want. And I'm also in touch with Tim Zeig's office, where if you guys make an approval to prove it, it's just to save Town of Oyster Bay money, because these guys have a lawsuit against and trying to make Town of Oyster Bay pay for the the relocation of this unit. It's not fair to me, because it was just approved by a consultant party. It's just not fair. These guys, you're talking about endless money with these guys. Move it. Just move the thing, put it in the back, and don't lie that the Water District won't. I'm in touch with John Fitzpatrick from the Water District. It's not true. They can put it anywhere they want on the property, and it's just not being done.
You have this word from the Water District?
Well, I'm not from the Water District who owns the property, but John Fitzpatrick, who's been through helping me fight with this and getting me in touch with everybody. There's no reason, even where the old building was way in the back of the property. Why wasn't it put where the old building was? There was a building, it's still there. The old building that was holding all this equipment is still in the back property. They just picked it up with a crane and moved it in the back of, not the Water District property, but it was totally in the back of the property. I've owned this property for 20 years. And why these guys decided to put everything up there, run lines from it. The whole back of the property doesn't have one piece of equipment, doesn't have a piece of electric line, water pipe, nothing. It's a piece of flat land, which I can show you. Well, this is the side. This is the whole back of the property. There's nothing there. These water lines, everything goes out this way. This unit is still, we're still fighting that one. As you know, that was the last variance. This whole property, look at this whole line all the way around here. But instead, let's put it outside of someone's window. There's no reason why this can't be moved here. And it's just, I know the reason, and I know that if you guys approve it, it's to save Town of Oyster Bay from their lawsuit of these guys being approved to just put it wherever they wanted. And the other thing is, please don't get bullied, because I've heard the whole, there's federal laws that protect these guys. It can't be a free-for-all. They just can't do what they want because federal laws and just go plop things over and say, oh yeah, let's just put arborvitaes around it. It's not fair. So,
Okay,
that's all I have to say.
all right, thank you.
But now,
Why don't we let them finish, and then you can rebut everything. Next up.
Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address.
Joanne Petrosello, 9 Dumont Place, Glen Head, New York.
Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I have 10 of these, so I want to put 10 oppositions in. Some are signed, I'll hand them in to you. But this says New York American Water. We haven't had New York American Water for over 2 years, and that structure was put there 1 year ago. So that's a big mistake right here. Another mistake is this thing was approved by the civics. Now, the civics are not elected officials. I spoke to the engineer from the water company, and he got scared because I wanted to see this approval from that it was approved by the civics. And he told me right away, oh, there are houses in back of this. And he says, yeah, I have a picture of drawing of houses in the back. And there's nothing there. That application hasn't even been started or approved yet. That's another whole shebang. But there's nothing back there. And so why should civic association person approve plans? That's
That
crazy.
doesn't exist. That's just hearsay. All of what you just said.
That's what he told me.
It's
That's what
hearsay. He's not here to say it himself.
Okay. Okay, well, the problem with this unit, which is there, and they're asking for a variance to install, but it's already there, it's still, even if they lower it, it's still too close to the property line, to the fence. So if you jam these arborvitaes in there, which are gonna grow and get bigger, they're gonna die from the heat of this unit producing.
It's going to be part of their, if they get approved, it is going to be part of their approval, which means that if they die, they're going to have to replace them.
Mhm. Also, a few weeks ago, I know there was a stop work order, and there was somebody in that unit, and I said, excuse me, what are you doing? He says, oh, I'm getting rid of the rats that are in there eating the wires. So, that's not right either. And, well, Rob said it all. I mean, there originally was the unit for the cells. It was an older one, made out of stone or something, and that one was placed in the back. So if something was placed in the back before, something can be placed in the back now. There's absolutely nothing behind the water tower, and even on the plans for when they do build, if they ever do, there still won't be houses back there. It's on the Nassau County Planning Board plans it's just a big roundabout back there and green space. So to slam this thing, and we've been through this hearing before, where the people here thought it was ridiculous to put this thing next to the neighbor's house. And I see it too. I mean, just driving down the street, you see it, and you see this big fan. So,
okay,
it's really upsetting.
Thank you. Next.
Yes, I do. My name is Hugh Tanchuk, 667 Cedar Swamp Road, Brookville. And I am a Oyster Bay taxpayer. I have 4 buildings. I pay taxes on multi-family houses, commercial, residential. And so I pay a lot of taxes here. So no one in this room besides maybe Joanne over there has an interest like I do. I'm here maybe a little late to the game because my wife has been sick and I have been sick. But my property is abut this, okay? So I said, why am I here? So in 2 seconds, I just said, health issues with the tower. Has to be safety issues, say 1,500 feet. It's well within. So we have sick people in my building, older people in my building. I have tenants, I have people who come to go to the commercial things. There is a lot of people coming here, so that is really my concern. I have not heard anything about the health issue, make it a little pretty box, make it a pretty bow, but I haven't heard about that. And so, has that been taken into consideration?
It can't be, because
It
it's never
needs to
been
be.
proven. It's never
Yeah.
been proven. People have been saying
So-
it. This is not my first cell antenna hearing. I've been through many of them. It's not even admissible in court.
Okay.
the federal government
I'm
says
just
we can't
here
use
to look everybody and say, hey, listen, let's think about this and make sure that we're making the correct decision. I'm really, after seeing what I found in 2 seconds, I actually Googled about 5 other articles. And none of them were very nice in the fact of the close vicinity. So that's really my point. Yes, you can make it pretty, make it nice, but the safety concern is number one.
I hear you.
So I beg you to look at that.
Thank you. Nope.
Tanchuk, Tanchuck.
Excuse me, Madam Chair. You've already spoken. Sure, that you can do. Thank you.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to rebut. Mr. Graziosi speaks of a John Fitzpatrick. I'm not sure who he is or what his expertise is, but we have a letter in our application from John Kilpatrick, the Director of Engineering for Liberty, in which he says on the record in our application, in addition to the security concerns, the dog run was placed along the northern boundary because underground drainage pipes run under the property along each of the other boundaries. In designing the drainage plans, Liberty left the northern property line free of underground drainage piping to accommodate the wireless carriers. And again, we're talking about moving, reducing, taking out the equipment shelter that is there and replacing it with cabinets. That's what we're doing. We're not talking about any other part of the site. American Water, was the predecessor in interest to Liberty. And on the health issues, I'm happy to have Mr. Panesso speak to the health issues, but there are no emissions coming from the cabinets. The antennas have been, approved and are there and have been there for a long time.
I would
Dan,
like
do
to
you
hear
wanna
what he
speak?
has to say.
Yeah, great, thank you. Oh, and one other thing, we can't go on the other undeveloped properties because the owners don't want us there. They're not leasing it to us. They want to develop those properties themselves. They're just not going to lease it to us.
Officer of the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do. First name Daniel, last name Panesso, and the address is 916 Route 9W, Selkirk, New York. Shall I give my qualifications?
Yeah, put it all on the record.
Okay,
please.
so I'm a radio frequency engineer for over 25 years. I have designed and implemented sites similar to what's being proposed before the board tonight. With regards to beginning of networks since 1997 up till now. So we had 2G, 3G, 4G, up to LTE, which is being proposed. The cell site that is being proposed is also have T-Mobile that was being proposed on the water tank. And with regards to the emissions, the cumulative composite between the two carriers is well below the FCC guidelines. There's a maximum permissible exposure limit that can go up to 100% and still be safe. This site for the two carriers is less than 5%. So there's no issue with regards to the emissions. And with regards to also people being afraid of these types of installations, the radio frequency energy that's being utilized by the carriers is non-ionizing. There's not enough strength to remove an electron from an atom or a molecule. So there is no reason for people to be afraid of the fact that it's going to change their cellular structure. This is why there is, like as you stated, that the boards really can't, if as long as we comply, we're below 100%, we're in full compliance with the FCC guidelines, that the site is perfectly safe for continuous exposure for any age group or any, 365 days a year at any time. And the fact also is that these antennas are about 93 feet in the air. They're not near anyone physically. As the antenna propagates, the radio waves propagate from the antenna, the signal is weaker and weaker. The mobile devices receive milliwatts of power to operate, very low power. So this is the reason why they're safe.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy to take any other questions.
Anybody else have any other questions? We've already heard you, sir. We're going to close the hearing. No, we'd be here all night. We can't. Everybody, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you. Give the stenographer a break.
Yes, everything good? Yeah, everything good? I met your brother the other night. Oh, my God. We were out to dinner with Leslie. Ah. And he was there. His daughter was very outgoing, right? So she came walking over to the table. And I looked at them like. And you're a talker, it's like. Yeah, I know. And I looked at him and I said, your brother, and I said, I really don't know if I've met you before, but I can tell that he was your family. I said,
He's a doll. She's actually really nice, but just too much. Too much.
Yeah.
So how's everything with you, Lisa? Good?
Pretty good, yeah, thank you.
Good, yeah. Now, do you work during the summer? Was any work for?
Not for the school, no.
So you guys still vote?
Not yet, yeah. No.
Yeah.
I get bored, but I don't want to commit.
Yeah.
Whole summer.
Yeah, that's it, yeah,
I
yeah.
like to have time to just take care of.
Get things done, yeah, 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 I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Vinny asked me to take the files back across the street. Where would I?
Tomorrow morning you can? You don't have to do it now. Oh, okay. I don't mind. Do you mind? Can you store them right in my office?
In your office?
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. He's off tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they need to start breaking them down.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Mike.
Done.
What did you have?
A possum with 3 babies on it.
We had a possum on in our
Oh, was it cute?
on our back porch.
Oh, I think they're cute.
And we had a
They're
big
very
ass
good, they
raccoon
get
on
rid
our
of
front-
ticks and
on
everything.
our steps.
They're good.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're really very good, they get rid of ticks, they, yeah.
We have some in our yard too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they bite or not. I wouldn't touch it.
I wouldn't go near it,
Well, it was
no.
a
But they're not
bummer. I was
aggressive, they won't go, I mean, if you go after, but they're not gonna attack
Probably
you.
would have ran up to it, and she would have raped
You can't get rabies also from possums, they don't carry rabies.
even if it doesn't ever carry if they scratch or anything.
That's what I read, that they don't carry rabies.
Well, I got scared, she got scared, we both ran the other way.
Oh, that's so cute though. I've had a possum, not the babies, but I've had a possum in my backyard.
Never
too.
saw it with the babies in my life.
That must have been adorable.
It was
I would have
adorable.
loved that. I would have loved that.
I'm like, oh, more rats.
No, that-
Creepy. Because they won't hold it on.
It's true. Me too.
Rich, does it lock across the street?
No, he's not allowed to. No, you told me to leave it open. No, you said don't set the alarm.
All right, I'm gonna go do it now.
That's the
I wanna see a picture of it.
Have you seen Charlie?
Yeah, how old are they now?
Big smile on his face.
Oh my God.
Best job he ever
So that
did.
means he's probably sleeping.
Oh, yeah, that's good. My
Grounded.
daughter's almost 4. She'll be 4 next month.
Scary. Oh my God, I used to think this was so crazy.
Let me see. See the baby stuff. Come around.
Right?
My daughter's getting married in
I gotta see a picture.
How quick did they sleep through the night?
They were getting replaced twice a month for a long time.
You know what I tell all new parents, huh? First 90 days is hell. 3 months.
They're easy. My daughter's the problem.
She wants the attention now.
I tell you, then they grow up.
She looks like she loves them.
She does.
Good for a little while.
My daughters, I have a 27-and-a-half-year-old and a 29-year-old. They're almost a year and a half apart. Irish twins. Yeah. Thought it was great. They were best friends, you know. They still are, you know, but college was real tough. Because my younger daughter, she ended up going to school for 5 years, college. Without the master's, right? But she transferred. This kid had a lacrosse scholarship, partial, like 80%. It was cheaper than sending her to a swim school. I'm like, we want a clock? What do you want, you know? Blew out her knee, reconstructive knee surgery, ligament from a cadaver. I don't want to play lacrosse anymore. Well, what's the matter? Never going through that rehab again. She said it was tough. I mean, she's fine today. It was like 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but here's the problem. That was a problem because I had one in school for 6 years and one for 4.
Oh, God.
It's a lot of schooling, man.
And I know the court.
That's all my masters. What?
Stop. I gotta think about these things.
No, but your kids. Listen, let me tell you something. You know, college is like the high school now. We have a saying in our family. If we took all the tuition money and bought Google stock and YouTube, we would have made a fortune, because that's what these kids, my daughter's, she's a junior accountant, she's gonna be an accountant. She didn't go to school for it. She's doing very well. She Googles stuff. I have a daughter who's a teacher, she's a technology teacher. She was showing me that AI stuff. No, I thought I knew.
It's scary.
It's unbelievable.
It's scary.
And I said, hey, she goes, Dad, whatever, ask it a question. And how they type, I have no idea. And I'm like you. Right? She's like, what up? Okay. And here's the answer. I go, well, that's pretty long-winded. It sounds like a computer wrote that. She goes, watch this, shorten it up, Dad. How's this one? She goes, let me put it in the dummy version for you. She says, do this. I forget what I asked her a bunch of things. First, it gave a big 2-paragraph explanation or whatever. I asked her so many things, I don't even remember. Then it gave a smaller conversion, right? And then I said, Danielle, I want like 2 sentences. She goes, da-da-da-da-da, 2 sentences. Boom, I go, that's me. That sounds like a person now. Dude, so it went from a book, you know, to 2 sentences.
They don't need us anymore.
It's scary. It's scary.
It's unbelievable.
Kids are using it in college to just take their notes from lectures. You put AI on your laptop and it does all the notes.
That's awesome, actually. Wish they had that when I was at school.
It is awesome, but then it leads to you don't do research, you're not learning on a broader spectrum.
Because the only way I learn things is.
You're gonna have dummies in 10 years.
That's me too.
Yeah, I gotta write it down. So.
My wife is a former hairdresser, so she's visual.
Yeah, right.
Everything's visual for her.
Right.
I can sit here and tell you, your shirt is blue, your shirt is blue. She goes, oh, what color is the shirt? Oh, that's blue. She's just an artist, you know, it's just a mindset.
Right.
Well, she's an international celebrity platform artist. Studied under Trevor Sorby, who studied under Vidal Sassoon.
Wow. Okay.
Very talented.
Yes.
She did a junket years ago. She flew out to LA. My wife, yeah. She comes back and she says, she goes, I go, what'd you do? She worked for Procter & Gamble at that time. She goes, I did the junket, some, I don't know, whatever, TV people, I don't know. She goes, there's this, I go, who'd you cut? You know any names? She knew a couple, and then she goes, there was this one guy. He's a sports announcer. I think it's football. He's really heavy. I'm like, okay. She goes, he's got 2 hairs on his head. And I go, got any more? She goes, yeah, he's afraid to fly. I go, John Madden? She goes, yeah, she goes, John Madden. She goes, the other guy I recognized, he did the Olympics. I go, Bob Costas? She goes, yeah. And then Paris Hilton, sister, Nikki, got in the chair. And she starts telling my wife. She starts telling her, no, I don't. My wife goes, get out. And the girl, and she goes, you don't know who I am? My wife goes, yeah, go find another hairdresser, get out of here. And then she complained, and they came up.
John Adams there.
Yeah. He had 2 hairs on his head. Okay, that's it. And then all of a sudden, like Paula Abdul was there.
Oh, yeah.
Paula Abdul saw her throw Nikki Hilton out of her chair. No. Oh, she did. And she goes, come on, I'm taking you out for a drink. Took her to the Sky Bar at the Roosevelt Hotel. Okay? She goes, martinis on me, Donna. And my wife goes, I knew who Paula was. Well, we're not starstruck. We're like, yeah, who are you, you know? Because when I was 20 years old, my next door neighbor was Jack Nicholson, okay?
Oh, wow, okay, that's, yeah.
Jack. We're at Easter Sunday, base of Little Nell's Mountain outside bar. Jack and I, he's got his Ray-Bans on, I got my Varnays on. I go, Jack, I'll buy the first round. He's 20 years old. He likes me. So I told him, the only difference between you and me, you know, the pants one leg at a time. When I met him picking up his paper when I was coming home in the morning. And I said, the only difference between us two is you got many, many more zeros in your bank account. I said, but I do like some of your work. Not all of it, but I do like some of it. He goes, you're a peculiar young man. I like that. Let me talk to you. Not that way, little buddy, bud.
Yeah.
He took me to a party at the Tan Man's house. Remember the Tan Man?
No.
George Hamilton?
Oh, yes, George Hamilton, yes.
He took me to a party at his house. Barbie Benton was there, Sonny Bono.
That's right.
Hey, how you doing? I'll have another cold one, please, you know.
He was always tan.
Yeah, he's the Tan Man. That was his MO. He had a beautiful pool in his house, you know. It was winter. I lived in Aspen, and it was just beautiful. And
Wow,
20 years old.
that's nice.
No cameras, no cell phones. The great American barter system. 20 years old, my father goes, once a year, he goes, Richard, you gonna go back to school, son? Dad, we had a drought. I went there, I didn't know how to snow ski. Skied once in my life. It was great. Yeah, a friend of mine was out there, he said, you gotta get out here, the girls are great, I got you a job. You gotta come, we got a foosball table. You got a foosball table?
I'll be there tomorrow.
That's it.
Mother took me to the bank, safe deposit box, takes out all my little bonds that I got when I was born. She goes, here's all the money you have in the world, son. That's when you can go to the teller and cash them in.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
I don't know what I can do with these. I have them from when my kids, my daughter's 29. I have bonds from when she was born. How do I get, I have to look. I have to AI it, that's all.
There you go.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I don't know what you would do with them anymore.
I think you can still
You
transfer
can
to the bank,
they
but they
can-
send them away. I don't think they.
Because it used to be, what was it, 7 years or 14 years they doubled?
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I remember.
It started out real low. By the time I left banking, it was like 18 years.
Oh, yeah, they used to 20 years.
Yeah, but I mean, the bank can help you, they can tell you what to do.
I hate the bank, I hate going there. You know what, during COVID, I didn't have direct deposit here.
Oh.
So I wasn't getting my check till like Monday or Tuesday in the mail.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Whatever. I mean, you know,
Direct deposit is nice. Yeah.
I didn't have it, and that's when my daughter, again, the technology teacher, and the banks were closed. She says, Dad, I can teach you how to do it through the ATM, or, she goes, or we'll just do it this way.
Yeah, take a picture.
I know, they do that, I know.
Yep.
What?
You didn't know that?
I'm not putting that stuff on mine. She can have it because she's secure, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll press a button and I'll be sending it to China.
I know, I'm a little.
You know, what do I know?
Yeah, I like direct deposit.
Hey, I
but
can
I'm
talk
not
on the
into taking
phone
a
and
picture.
send you a picture out of my photo library.
Yeah,
I can do that now.
okay, I can do that, I can do too, so, okay.
That's it, hold your nose.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Great. Spectacular.
I was just entertaining.
You were entertaining?
Was I entertaining?
Yes,
Funny, right?
you are.
Okay. Real funny.
Whopper.
Oh, these chairs.
I can't with
I
this.
know, I can't move them, they're so heavy.
I don't know why we have these two great chairs and then the rest of them. Someone must put them these in.
I need two hands to move.
I mean, these are hard. These are horrible.
Yeah,
Don't even
Andrew
look at these. They're horrible.
All right, everybody ready? Because we're going to go fast. because I'm hungry.
Good a reason as any.
Here we go. Hearing number 1, appeal number 23-709. Nice gentleman,
Yes,
he's
I'll
making it
talk to
smaller.
that.
Lois will move it, I'll second it, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 24-76, also not a problematic
sounds
one.
fine.
I'll move, Andrew will move it, I'll second it, all in favor, aye. Any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 24-88, undersized lot, no problem with this one either. I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Got to be quick there, Lisa. Hearing number 4, appeal number 24-98.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the minimum.
Want to move it, Lisa?
Yeah, I'll move it.
Lisa will move it.
I'll second.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 24-71.
Yeah, this was okay. I went to see it. The neighborhood's already like has a lot of houses that have these extensions on them.
It's a nice neighborhood.
Yep,
You want to move it, Rebecca?
absolutely.
Rebecca will move it.
Second.
Lisa will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6 is postponed. Hearing number 7, appeal number 24-83. This was a parent-child.
Only 4 bedrooms, I think
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. Andrew will move it, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 24-79. We have an approval from the neighbor on the right. This is nothing. I'll move this.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 24-85. This is a very, very common thing in my old neighborhood.
It is. I just want to make a little bit of a record, only because the
Okay.
2 women did take the time to come in and speak. And
Yep.
then when the contractor or whatever, the expediter, said it's a very simple decision. And I never want anyone who comes here, who might get the minutes and review the record, to think it's a simple decision. It's not.
Right.
The neighbors are going to be impacted. There's going to be work. There's going to be an intrusion. That's what the variance is for. I agree with you, Madam Chairwoman. It is a completely appropriate use. I have no problem with the application. I do have a problem with people telling us what's a simple decision. So.
He was a little cocky.
I'll move it.
All right.
I'll second.
So that's Rebecca and Andrew. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Thank you, Rebecca. Hearing number 10, appeal number 24-91. Proposed 1-story addition.
It was fun, I'll move it.
Lois will move it, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 24-86. I'll move this one.
I'll second it.
Rebecca will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 24-117. This is the culmination of a code compliance case. There were violations on this building. It went through the courts. It's now back to us to make a decision to legalize some of the things that he's done. And we did have some opposition here tonight, which is on the record, but their concerns were more about this construction taking place without permits.
And if I might, Madam Chairwoman, the opposition, while they seem like lovely gentlemen, they were quite emotional. There obviously must be a history between them and the property owner. I mean, that was evident. It's always hard when we have residents come in particular, one of the gentlemen seemed almost near tears at a couple of points, but I think they were just, it was sort of, like you said, the culmination of a very long struggle that's been going on in court. So while we always thank the residents for coming in and telling us their opinions on things, a lot of what they said is just not borne out by any evidence that we have in front of us.
True. Thank you. And that being said, let's get this out of court, and hopefully they'll all coexist nicely together. So I'll move it.
I will second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 24-102. This was no big deal.
I'll move that.
Lois and Andrew, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 24-131. Again, with COVID There is a lot of outdoor seating now, and this is in the back parking lot. It's not taking up any more parking, so I think this is a good application.
I'll move it.
Andrew will move it.
I'll second it.
And Lois will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 24-122. Once again, we're faced with a small installation of equipment to facilitate the operation of AT&T antennas placed on the new water tower in Glen Head. We do have some opposition from people living close by. I feel that the applicant has tried to mitigate their opposition by providing some screening, and the issue was raised about the health, and again, they had an expert here to speak about that and how this equipment is safe, and I have to take his word for it because he's the expert. Does anybody else want to add anything?
The applicant, also went through the entire balancing test and made testimony and gave evidence that all of the factors are met. And truthfully, we don't sit here in a vacuum. Things are evolving all the time. There's new law and new decisions being made that impact what we have to do sitting here. And what we know now and what decisions have been handed down by courts subsequent to our last hearing on a cell phone tower, I think that this is something that we're going to have to vote for.
I'm going to move it.
I will second it.
All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. And,
Do you want a condition that the arborvitae's?
oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Do you want that they're?
Screening arborvitae's, 6 foot from,
Right, 6 foot arborvitae's.
from the ground up.
Arborvitae to be maintained.
To be maintained alive.
Got it.
Okay, thank you for reminding me.
No problem.
And that brings us to holdover number 2, appeal number
I'll move
23-665.
that, that's fine.
Lois will move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. What a good group.
Third decision,
Oh, I remember this one.
so it did make a little bit of a change, but not much.
Well,
Which one was this?
This is John Caracas, 23-727, 11 Linden Place in Glen Head. You asked them to shrink it, to remove the cellar.
Oh, this is that Glen Head huge
To
house.
shrink it down. So there is no more cellar entrance. The shrinking part is a little bit. Went
well, it was
from-
the basement that brought up the GFA, right?
Yes. So they went from 67 down to
Do we have
61.
new plans on that?
Oh.
Oh, no, never mind, never mind.
Well, they took out the cellar entrance. That's.
I know, that's,
That's the key, I think.
no, that, no,
I don't think that was the key in this.
it wasn't.
No.
It was the size.
Yeah,
The size of the house.
See hold the filing for? Board requested applicant to remove cellar entrance and see changes in bold. So you didn't like the cellar entrance and you wanted it shrunk.
Yeah, this house is humongous compared to, if I'm thinking of this particular property,
Look up the address, let me look it up.
because there was one house that we did in Glen Head that was
11 Linden
completely
Place.
like ridiculous compared to what it should have been. And I want to say this was the one, and
I'm surprised Schumacher did this one.
Yeah. So they're only allowed 3,600 square feet and there's still
Yeah,
proposing
61.
61. You see it?
But
They went
because
from-
of the
they were at
basement, though.
67.
yeah, let me just see something. Just give me a second. There was a house that, all the houses around it were like capes, and then he wanted to make this humongous thing. And we told him no, so maybe I'm thinking of a different house.
No, I think you're thinking of the right one. You want to look at it on my machine? Oh, you have yours.
No, I got it up.
It is all capes on that street. That's accurate. You got me.
Yep.
That's a cape. These are little, what do you call them? That's an original also. They're small. This one's big-ish, not really. Dormer cape.
Was this the one where the neighbors came in?
I don't think I was here. I might need the file.
Sorry.
Mike will get the file.
I-
I'm sorry,
Which one?
it's in the reserved decision.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one.
20, it's a
Wait, hold on.
reserved decision box.
Do you need him to get the file? I don't need it, Mike. This is the
Sure?
one. Yeah, this is the one. All the houses on the block are tiny. And he wanted to make this humongous house.
Do you want to see the plans right there? I mean, this.
That's 6,100, I mean, it's big. The guy, there was another one on that same day that was like 2 away from this, where the guy actually spoke against this house. And he was building a bigger house, and his was going from like, I don't know, 1,500 square feet to like 2,300 square feet, which would have been in character with the neighborhood. This might have been the same block or a block
So
away.
this is out of character with the
This is out of
neighborhood.
character with the neighborhood.
All right, so down it goes.
I'm gonna move to deny it.
Okay. That's all right, Michael. I'm going to second that. Lisa?
Lisa says deny?
Rebecca?
Deny.
Deny?
Lo?
Deny.
Everybody's denied.
Okay, all in favor? Unanimous decision.
The next one,
I remember this one.
neighbors had come in and said that there was a strange person, there were a lot of cars in the driveway, and that there were strangers that they didn't list on the DRCs, that they didn't know who they were, which was true. It was her son who was staying there, so she gave me a copy of his license, and code enforcement went out, and they ran the license plates of every one of the cars, and every one of the cars belonged to either her son or her daughter. So it is her children. They updated the DRCs to include the son. The son and his wife lost their apartment. They moved in with her temporarily while they were looking for another place. She didn't list them on the DRCs because they aren't staying long, but.
That's what
the
she
neighbors
thinks.
caught on- yeah, the neighbors caught on.
They never
to it.
leave.
Yeah, caught on to it that there was somebody else there, and it was her son. And
All
like
right.
the cars, we have copies of the reports from the police.
Well, they also reduced the, I don't like on a parent-child when they do more than 2 bedrooms, because that is not within the spirit of what a parent-child should be. It's not 2 separate apartments. So with that being said, and they removed the shed, and
Yes,
she
they
came
removed
in.
the shed.
All right, so then this is okay. I'll move it. Lisa's going to second it. All in favor? Any opposed? Ayes have it. So moved, and that is a wrap.
Names for the parent-child.
Lisa and myself.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah, right?
Poor Andy.
He's just getting started.
It was a rough
Rebecca, Tell
night.
this guy.
Good night, Michael.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for the candy, Holly.
Thank you. With you, 'cause I don't want the ants coming.
No, I'm gonna take it with me. I gotta go upstate Saturday, so I'll have something to eat in the car. Oh, thanks, Lo.
Good job, Rita.
Thank you. Good job, Rebecca. Good job, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for